I know that you know why Nigeria is currently in this bad state. Let us watch this.
Yanzu me suna wannan giyan da kake sha kullu. Me sunan shi? Allah ya. Tauje. Me sunan giyan kullu. Ijo.
Did you see that? But that is not even the topic of the day. The topic of the day is the North, the Fulanis. All of them were not there yesterday in Benue State. Did you see any? I mean, the president was there, right? Regardless of how they tried to make that visitation to look like a ceremony, which I totally condemn, but not one single Fulani leader, just to show a sign of remorse, a sign of solidarity with the people of Benue, right? Not one single. I saw the governor of Plateau State, right? Caleb Muftuang. But I tried to survey the hall. Maybe I'm going to find, at least let me see one religious Islamic leader, a Fulani leader. Maybe I'll even see Sultan. I don't see him. Maybe I'll see Kano State Governor. I don't see him. I still saw Edo State Governor there. Right? I saw Ogun State Governor. I saw Kogi State Governor. Then I tried to look in further. Maybe I go come see Katsina, Borno. Not one. But they want to come back to the seat of presidency. They want to kick out a southern president. And when I say things, get the real context of my argument here. I am not telling you Tinubu na better person. Tinubu who couldn't get to Yeletawa. Is that the best person we as the South can present? But I'll tell you that if a Peter Obi cannot galvanize all of the South and the Middle Belt, then whatever I go take, make Tinubu remain there. Because let me tell you, at this stage, it is clear that the North, if their hand touch that power, first and foremost, where Buhari stopped will be a joke. Don't forget, between the year 1999 to 2015, Middle Belt had, they had this little fracas trying to rise up. Obasanjo went in there, mopped out all the headsmen. Jonathan came in, he did the same, but it was under Jonathan. No, it was under Yaradua, before Yaradua died. Between the axis of 2009, 2010, we started seeing letters written by Professor Pantani, the guy that worked for Buhari, the former Minister of Digital Economy and Communication. Professor Pantani, he said he was still a radical, that now he said now I'm a repented extremist. Then he was an extremist, Islamic extremist indeed. Letters were written that the whole of Middle Belt must be Islamized. I'm going to show, look at the letter there. Just look at the letter. The names of Pantani were written there. They said all the Christian churches, all communities that are Christians, that they must be conquered, that they had to South, that the pathway to South is they must first and foremost take away Benue and Plateau. And if you look at the map, you see it there. Benue and Plateau happens to be the blockade, the barricade into this core South, and that's the truth. Buhari came in, we saw the reignition of that. Buhari left, the legacies of what has happened under the regime of Buhari is what we are facing today. Hence the reason why we could not see. I was expecting, I thought I was going to see an El-Rufai there. I thought I was going to see, there are so many prominent Fulani leaders that I thought I was going to see there. Paul Eneche, a pastor, was there. So many pastors are still going there. So you know what I mean. Imagine this happened in Borno. Imagine this happened in Zamfara. Imagine this happened in Katsina. that it was some, which will never happen, by the way, but maybe it was some southern militias, maybe a Yoruba militia, maybe an Igbo militia, maybe even some Benue militias that went into Kano to buy nothing less than 250 Fulani Hausa. You should know that the very next day, you see the Sultan there. In that fact, you will see the Sultan there, you will see the Kano state governor there, and the funniest thing is, and this is what aches me, this is the vex me, you will see Lagos state governor there, you will see Rivers state governor there, you will see Wike there. The president will not come and complain that the roads are bad. He will be there. That shows that these people, are we afraid of them? I need to confirm. Like, I thought we were educated, so definitely we're supposed to be more enlightened, we're supposed to be more innovative, more inventive. Are we scared of them, or have we been? Should we accept our fate as the Middle Belt? Because what I'm seeing going on in the Middle Belt is more or less like they have been defeated, right? They have been defeated, and the Middle Belt must get our support, because whether we like it or not, Middle Belt is a fortress against this blood-testing murderers. Yes, the Middle Belt is like the wall of Beijing, that wall of China, between these blood-sucking demons and the collective South. We must stand right behind them and hold them, because if the Middle Belt falls, the South will be consumed. I'm telling you. Because we are not showing any form of resistance and strength as a people. How can we show strength when we are divided? How can we show strength when the Yoruba man is cursing the Igbo man? When the Igbo man is cursing the Yoruba man? How can we be united and have that strength? So you see why I am saying that I am not in particular about this thing. Tinubu, I know, a bad guy. I've always said it. Those people that I want them to kick out Tinubu are Showore, Peter Obi. But the point is, if those two guys cannot galvanize the youth of the South, because if you take your time and look at their agenda, Showore is a person that believes in Biafra. Equally, he believes that Nigeria needs to have a new constitution. And he seemingly looks like someone that has the political will, but he does not have the love of the people. However, the Peter Obi that we know has the love of the people, but he has not been, in earnest, galvanizing the people as he should. He needs to make the people understand that this is the turn of the South. Peter Obi must be able to tell that coalition that he is trying to get into, that yes, this coalition will be a part of it, but the coalition must respect the zoning order, which means that it is the turn of the South. The interest of those going with me in the coalition will protect it. He needs to say this. But then, I am not Peter Obi. I am just a spectator who is out here that will say his mind. But what I want to guarantee and what I want to be sure happens is power at this stage will be too dangerous for the southern political existence if we fail to protect that power in 2027. These power mongers, the Fulani oligarchs, their eyes is on the ball. Let's listen to what Erufai has to say.
Anybody that thinks that it is possible for President Bola Tinubu to get re-elected is living in another country, not Nigeria. It is impossible for Bola Tinubu to get re-elected. I don't see a pathway for him, no matter how disorganized the opposition is. Who will vote for him?
Come back. Erufai's statement there, if you look at it objectively, what does that tell you? This was the guy that brought the idea of Muslim ticket for Tinubu. He was the one that said that there will be disregard for Christianity in Kaduna State. We know how polarized religion religiously Kaduna is. We can categorically say that 40% of Kaduna people are Christians. Yes, we know that. But then, this same Erufai that you just listened to, who has said that there's no way on earth Tinubu will win 2027, was that same guy that came out and said that Muslim ticket will rule Kaduna for the next 5 decades. What does this signify? This is a man who is ready to break every remnant of whatever fabric that is uniting us as a nation into pieces for as long as the desires, the wishes of his masters in that caliphacy is achieved. The very best thing that Tinubu did was to kick him out, because he is the biggest attack dogs of the Fulani oligarchs. Yes, the same Erufai said that if one Fulani man is killed, it worth nothing less than 50 souls. And if it's going to take them 50 years, the Fulani man will retaliate. It doesn't matter in whatever context he said it. Why should he say such? That's the point. For him to say it, for him to give such assertion simply means he knows these are in existence. He believes these things happen. And to some extent, he has a support for it. It's as simple as that. So, when you guys are with me, understand one thing. The North, right? Their wings, their excesses, everything about them whereby they think they can always step on us as a South must be checkmated. That 2027 is a battle of our very existence. We must send that message first before we start talking about complete secession. My brothers and sisters, whether you are Biafra, you don't want me to call you Southeast. Whether you are Odudua, you don't want me to call you Southwest. One thing you must know is, if you do not want this contraption, okay, this charade that is, just keeping us in this captivity to continue, right? By 2027, you have to understand that the South must retain power. During the election of 2023, that was why I was saying that an Atiku must not be allowed to get in there. And at that time, I said that the person that I believe can outwit, outmaneuver, and of course defeat Atiku as at that time, which I was right. I said it was Tinubu. I wasn't supporting Tinubu because of his competence. I didn't want, because I know that Nigeria is being pushed into that part of complete Fulanization, and that will never happen. It will never happen. We won't have a situation. In fact, the South will not turn to Kano State, Kano empires. No, it's not going to happen. This is not 1804 when it's Madam Fodo. All the Kanawas, all the states of the Hausas were toppled, and all their kings and kingship was dismantled. And what we have today are just the Fulani Caliphate. That was what I saw in 2023. And I said that Peter Obi is a good guy. I'm not against him. But within that short period of time, I do not see how we want to win, because it does not have the political machinations. Right? And I was right. I was damn freaking right. No matter how you want to see it, what we have seen in the last 2 years is Tinubu has been challenging the Fulani oligarchs, their power, everything about them. He has been exposing it. You can see that what we have never heard in the North, we don't hear within the period of 2023-2025, whereby the Middle Belt are now so vocal. The Northwest and Northeast are now fraction. There's a friction between them. I'm telling you, That is what it means. Divide them. Divide them so that all regions will have respect for each other. It won't be a situation whereby because they have used religion to galvanize and to cement, they don't use religion, they take concretized, but that is the binding force the oligarchs, these Fulani leaders have above the north. That Islam. That is why you see that the only person that can become the Sultan is a Fulani man. And to top it up, they have backed it in the constitution. There is a legislative law that backs that. It is only a Fulani man that can become the Sultan. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. So why I say that this must not happen. These are my reasons. Because I know that you do not want to be subject to the Fulani oligarchs. I know you do not want to be Islamized beyond, if it's not your own wishes. Because there cannot be a Fulanization if Islam does not accompany it. It's not going to happen. And that's why we must rise towards 2027 to our very possible best. If it's going to be a P2B, let us go for him. If it's going to be a Shawara, let us go for him. If those two, if we agree collectively that they are not capable to defeat Atiku, because otherwise, what's Atiku they find? Atiku knows that 2027 at the turn of South. What's in they find? Who are the people pushing him? It's because he feels that all his brothers in the north are for him. And he's only trying to just steal some votes. And that's why I'm always saying that Obi must not be acting like a chameleon. Obi should not try and say he wants to go and deputize. We will see him as an enemy in the south. This idea that Obi always have, I am a one Nigeria, it doesn't exist. There's nothing like one Nigerian is. It doesn't exist. The people that rule this nation have already occupied all the critical positions. Those that do not want to lose their grip on this nation, we know them. Those are the same people that push Gowon into the war. Yesterday we saw the very bloody, dirty confessions. Shameless man at the age of 90, instead of him to just tell us the freaking truth, he said, no, it was Ojukwu Aburi Accord. He wanted to control the military. He wanted to control resources. Before Nko. Or Fumanu. Before Nko. What are you scared of? Okay, if Ojukwu doesn't want to control the military, let him control his own regional police. We can have our regional armies or regional forces, whatever the name. We're still going to have federal soldiers. Okay, that unity of Nigeria that Gowon protected, that he did for his masters, his northern masters, and of course the British colonial masters, where has it led us to today? Where has that led us to as a nation? Let us join in. Please kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.